Okay, team, I have started recording. Okay, and hope you are able to see the screen. So we are starting After Effects. So Adobe Master Collection or CC will be there. You have After Effects over here. Okay, fine. The way you have learned, Illustrator, Photoshop, or or other Adobe suite. Okay, Adobe After Effects is of the same family, Adobe family, and most of the tools which in Illustrator or Photoshop, whatever most of the tools, the shortcuts are common here also. Shortcuts are same, common, because that's how Adobe family, software has been built. Okay, fine. So now when I open Adobe After Effects, this is the panel. This is the UI looks. UI stands for user interface. This is how the UI, looks. So what I'll do, okay, let me just give a brief of this. The first left, the top left, this is a input area where the project area where you can import the elements, import the footages. This is where you can import, and this is the source area wherein after importing, for composition, how do you do the composition? Okay, composition is nothing but a sequence of footages, arranging footages in a sequence. Okay, one after the other. So that is composition. Okay, this is a timeline. This is a timeline. Okay, and this is a canvas, the composition area. Okay, so you are able to hear, right? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, this is a composition area where whatever placement we do, what we are working on, that is going to be displayed here. This is the composition area. This is the project input area where you can import. This is source area where you can toggle between the footages, or you can place footages in a layer. And After Effects is a layer based software, layer based application. Okay, here subtools are visible. For example, for FX, there are so many effects are there. So all the effects are listed over here. If you type the effects, it will automatically appear, and you can drag and drop, you can apply the effects. And here, for example, text alignment, how does this paragraph things work? Okay, or character is nothing but the text font. You can pick the font, you can change the style of the font, those things. And these are info area. Info in the sense, when you move around the cursor, okay, which position it is, x-axis or y-axis, or which color theme in RGB, what is the color picker, automatically it will display over here. Okay, it's a very simple layout. Okay, now apart from that, there are so many standard layouts are there over here. Okay, when you come to workspace, under window workspace, there are so many presets. Workspace, presets are there, wherein right now this is a standard. You can go for effects, you can go for animation, you can go for even text animation. Okay, or all the panels will be appeared. Default it will be in standard. Even I prefer working in standard, because everything is handy over here. Whatever you want, um, the panels and all, so it's all over here. It's, whichever you want, you can take that, you can pick. Okay, so that's how it is. It's quite simple. It's a straightforward UI. Okay, any doubt is there up to here? Do you have any doubts? Okay, great. Okay, fine. See, now this is a menu area where so many tools are listed over here. Okay, and you can see that there are so many common tools are there. Okay, anyhow, new, open, close, save as, import, all these are common. Okay, under edit, redo, undo. Okay, cut, copy, duplicate, split, straightforward. Whatever is there over here, it's very clearly understandable. Okay, anyone can understand. That's how it is. This is something new. Might be in Premiere you might have learned what is composition. Here also separately it is a composition. You are gonna learn. There are so many animation stuffs are there. Else we'll see that how does this animation works. Similarly, um, in Windows there are so many panels are there which you can um, separately access. Okay, now let's see what are the things which we can do. So today we are going to learn um, positioning, how to animate images one after the other, like a sequence, like a slideshow. Okay, um, let me pick some images over here. Work files, class works. So there are so many images are there, so many scenery images are there. So what I'll do is I'll copy this reference, RSTP classwork. Let me paste. Okay, I have so many images over here. What I'll do, the multiple ways are there to pick. One, manually you can select one after the other, like one drag, select and drag and drop, it will work. Or else, um, here, just double click, it will just, a pop-up window will appear. Okay, so from, it is asking from where we can import. So classwork, reference, scenery, there are so many images. Okay, you can select like this. Manually you can select multiple. Single you can select multiple. How do you select multiple? Holding control you can select multiple. Okay, see, I have imported so many images over here. Got it? Any doubt is there? Any doubt? How to import? How to import images or footage?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. After importing, okay. After importing, what we have to do is, so it's over here. Just drag and drop over here. Drag and drop over here. So it is asking new composition or from the selection. Either you want to go for single composition or multiple. Let's say I'm doing cancel. I don't want any composition like this. I have to create a composition first. Okay. Okay, I have to create one new composition. To create new composition, new composition, Control N. Okay. Our first work is we have to create a composition. You can call it as comp also. Create a comp first. Click. Now, this is a composition settings window, separate window, wherein there are so many presets are there. Presets, for example, now if you come to over here, custom, Are we gonna do this video for web video, or this is for web banner, or is this for widescreen? On what ratio it is? Okay, those things. And is this for high definition video, cinematic purpose, or TV purpose? Okay, for which type of video? Digital video, Xenon, film, even for theater release, 2K resolution, 4K resolutions we can do. 4K. What is 1K, 2K, 3K, all this? What is 1K or 2K? What does it mean? Any idea? 1K stands for 1024 by 1024. The width and height will be 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels. Okay. Now film 2K is 2048 into 2048 the pixels. 4K 4K is a very high quality video we can achieve. Similarly, the input what we import, or else for example now so many DSLR cameras will be there. Okay, so many cameras are there in the market. Blackmagic camera is there, Xenon, okay, Nikon, Nikon 5D, 7D, which is a good camera. Even in RSCP, I think Canon 7D and 5D, both cameras are there. Okay, so you can shoot from there. So you can easily achieve 2K or 4K resolution videos. So you can bring those things to After Effects. So now what I'll do? Okay, there is one more thing. If you observe 1080 is nothing but it's a widescreen one. 1080 is nothing but full HD video, full HD. The width will be 1920 pixels, and the height will be 1080. Okay, 1080 pixels. There's one more thing here. What is this 29.97? What is 25? 23.976? What does it mean? Any idea? What does it stand for? 25, 29.97. What does it mean? Do you know or you don't know? Don't know? Those are called frame rate. Okay, means frames per second. You might have heard, FPS, 24 frames per second, 25 frames per second. So 29.97 is NTSC. So 29.97 is NTSC. 23.976 is PAL. Okay, this is European standard. Okay, NTSC is a um, separate frame per second. Okay, frame rate, that's a European standard. PAL is an Asian. Okay, separate standard video formats are there. So now what I'll do, the size, I'll go with HD video, HD 25. I'll take. This is 720, HD 720 is half HD, HD 1080 is full HD. So I'm taking half HD. Now frame per second is 25. Let me be with 25 only. Okay, now the duration here. Okay, millisecond, second, minute, hour, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So now 20 to 22 seconds is there. If you want some 3 minutes of video, you have to type 3 here in minutes. So at any point of time, now let's say 22 second is there. After I started working on it, if I want to increase my duration, means the composition duration, we can do that. Give okay. Now this is a transparent background which you are able to see. Okay, that means there's nothing. Now the screen is empty. Okay, the composition one, it is empty. Our first task, we need to add one black solid, a black colored layer we need to add in the first part. Okay, so what I'll do is here, See this particular area, bottom left. Okay, right click, new, solid. There are many things are there. Let me explain one after the other. Let us go first go to solid. See, right click, new, solid. Okay, right click, new, solid. When you click on solid, it shows here black solid, which color you want. If you are choosing red color, it will show red solid. So automatically, like I want black color, automatically it will show black solid. Give okay. Now see, one black solid we have created. Any doubt is there? No doubt? Okay, good. So always black solid has to be in bottom. Don't bring this particular layer to top. Always this layer has to be in bottom only. Okay. Now,
Yes.
now let's import the images. I'm selecting all this. Let me select um, up to here. Let me select images. Now drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag, drop in between, above the black solid. So you get like this. There are so many images over here. Actually on the top, which image is there? No, that is visible here. If I turn off, see I stands for visibility. You can turn on, turn off, turn off. See, turn on, turn off. Many things you can do. Okay. Now let's start from the bottom. First what I'll do, I want all this image, each and every image duration, I want to decide in the beginning only. I want this image to be there for 4 seconds. Okay. I want all this image, individual images to be there on the screen for 4 seconds. Why I want this image to be on the screen for 4 seconds? Because in 4 to 5 seconds, a user, an audience, you know, he can register what is there on the screen. To register any scene, we need 4 to 5 seconds. If something goes within a second, we cannot remember that. Okay, got it? Anything which you want to display on the screen, keep keep it somewhere 4 to 5 seconds. That's what the viable timeline. Now except black solid, I'm selecting all these images. It's very simple. Select. Now shift click on this one, everything will be selected. Okay, any doubt is there? No. Now here the timeline, you can see 0 second, 2 second, 4 second, 6 second. What I'll do, I'll come to some in between 4 to 5 second. Okay, all these layers are selected except black solid. I'll show you how to split this layer, how to cut, how to cut, how to cut the layer. Now my cursor is over here. From beginning, from the beginning to till this particular place, I want all my layer to cut. How do I cut? Okay, there are shortcuts, you have to make a note of it. Control Shift D. Control Shift D. I'll do one more time. Control Shift D. Three keys you have to press at a time. Control Shift D. You have to select the layer. Control Shift D. Okay, see here, I'm selecting the one. Now only one first layer I'm selecting. Control Shift D. Split it. Now this is separate layer. This is separate layer. Got it? Okay. Now same thing. Shift select everything. Control Shift D. Now after splitting, the right side layers are selected, which I don't want that. I'm pressing delete. I deleted that. After I splitted the layer, the after till 4 seconds, whatever duration layers was it, that's those layers are there on the left side, and rest of the layers splitted on the right side. Delete. Okay, Anyhow, automatically those things will be selected. Do you delete that? Okay. Okay, now I'm turning off all, means the visibility, just only the bottom layer I have selected. Okay, now I'm selecting this, selecting the bottom layer. Now you can see here and here there is a black spot, means black area is there. Okay, the black area, this side and this side. See, manually by clicking, you can do something like this. But let's not do that. That's not the preferred option. I want to, I want this particular image to be fit to screen. Do you understand what is fit to screen? That I want the image to fit to screen. Okay. See now, Control Alt F, Control Alt F, select the layer, Control Alt F, Control Alt F. Now this image is fit to screen. Next, what I'll do, I'm clicking this one. Okay, I'm selecting the above layer. Okay, not this one, not the 10th line item, the ninth one. I'm selecting this. Now see, this image is smaller. Now select this layer S. S stands for scale. S stands for scale. The key button S. See, now it is 100%. It is shown here. It is 100%. Okay. Now if I increase, these things are increasing. Okay. It's increasing. See, manually I can increase. There's one more option, fit to screen. What is the shortcut for fit to screen? Control Alt F. Okay. Yes. Just a minute.
Hello.
Okay. So let me take for another one. Okay. Now I turn on the above. Now this is the waterfall image. This is so big, so big. Okay. So now I can reduce this. One more option, Control Alt F, fit to screen. So you understand the purpose of fit to screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm selecting this again. Control Alt F. Again, fit to screen. Now similarly, see, Control Alt F. You have to select the layer. Okay. One more option, turn on all this. Select everything at once only. Control Alt F also you can do. All the layers at once. Control Alt F. Everything. Okay, at once. All the images will be. It will be fit to screen. Okay. Now, let me move the images one after the other. Okay. I'm going to show you a very important shortcut. Select the layer. Now select the layer. These are individual layer. Select the layer. This is the start point of the layer. This is the start point of the layer. This is the end point of the layer. Right. Here, the
Yes.
start point of the layer. Here it is the end point of the layer. After selecting the layer, I, the button key, the shortcut key I goes for automatically our timeline, our cursor automatically moves, the time indicator, it will go to the starting point of the layer. I stands for the indicator will go to starting point of the layer. O, the letter O key. If you press O, it goes to the end of the layer. O, I indicator will go to the starting point of the layer. O indicator will move to the end point of the layer. Now, Select the above layer. You have to come to the end point of the layer for the bottom one, except the black solid. Black solid we don't have to do anything. Let it be in the end part. Let it be at the bottom point of the layer. Now after selecting the this layer and pressing O, select this one. Now you have an open bracket and close bracket right next to P, right next to the short keyboard button P. There is a open bracket and close bracket. The flower bracket is there, or box bracket is there. Okay, so you can see that next to P button. So select the above layer and you press open bracket. Where the indicator is there, no, there the starting point of the other layer will come. See, my indicator is there only at the play at where indicator is there. This particular layer starting point will come and fit over there. I'll do one more time. It is I O open bracket close bracket like that. Now see, I'm selecting this layer. I want my indicator to go to at the end point of the layer. See, manually we can do, but I don't want to miss something. See, when I do here something like this, at the end one or the other frame it will be left. Okay, so what I'll do, O, when I do O at the end point, automatically my time indicator will come. Now select this layer, select the above layer. What we have to do? Bracket, open bracket. Got it? Open bracket. Now O, then select this, open bracket. Understood? Now select this O, then select this, open bracket, then O. Okay, see the timeline, it is coming to 22 seconds, but still I have more layers. I want to display all that. There's one more shortcut now. To create a composition is Control N. To edit the composition is Control K. Control plus K for editing the composition. Now instead of 22 seconds, I'll add delete 0 and 1. It is 1 minute 22 seconds now. Okay, I made 1 minute 22 seconds and I give OK. Okay, see here, these things are scaling or minimizing, kind of scale down the timeline. Then this much is okay for me. Select this O, then select this open bracket and O, 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 then select this open bracket and O. Got it? Now totally it comes to 45 seconds. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this much duration. And I want to end my video up to here. See, still my timeline is more. There are so many things out there. You can extend this black solid over here up to here. Okay. Still, till 1 minute 22 seconds is there, but I want my work to be ended over here. So I'm selecting this O. O goes to the end point. Now I want my timeline to end. My timeline. This is the timeline. Another gray solid is this one. See the work area. I want my work area to end. Means if my work area is up to here, means it will render, the video will render up to 1 minute. Till what duration my work area is, it will render up to that. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I want my work area to end at the last frame of this particular layer. So what I have to do, press O, then N, N. N for ending the work area. The letter N for ending. See now, it's over here. I press N. Automatically it will end. And the start point is over here. To define start point, it is B. Already it is there in the start only. Let's say, but if I want to render from here, you can bring the cursor and press B. The time work area will be, starting from there only. But let's say I want it to begin from the starting point. Press B. It's over here. Okay. Any doubt is there? Understood? No doubts?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What and all
Yes.
we have learned today? How to import images. Okay. How to scale all the images to uniform size, that is fit to screen, and how to do a linear compositing. Linear is straightforward, one after the other. How do we place the clips? That we learned. Okay. Then individual footage, individual clip. See, either you can call this clip or footage or image. Okay. Basically, all these are footages. Whatever we import, those either image or video, you can call this as footages. Okay. Now, I for the I is for the key button. I is for the start point of the footage. O is for end point of the footage, and flower open bracket is for, um, the selected layer will come at the start point of the time indicator. Okay, got it? Okay, it's like that. Okay, team, still 3 minutes is there. Once it end, you can join from the same. Okay, but still meanwhile I'll continue. So after this, okay, now the end time also has been, we have selected. Now what I'll do, right click here, select this particular part, right click, trim comp to work area. See, my work area starts from here and ends over here. There are so many unwanted spaces there. I don't want all that. So what you can do, select this, right click, trim composition to work area. Just click. Now entire composition will be as a one work area. From beginning to end, it will be as a one single work area. Okay, got it? Now,
Yeah.
so now what I'll do is, see, start part automatically. See, um, image itself is visible in the beginning. I don't want that to happen. Let's say I'll come to 1 second. You can pick over here. See, from here you move almost 1 second or half second. Select this. Select this. T. T for opacity. T. If you select the layer and press T. T for opacity. That's transparency. I want to key this. Let me do what type of animation we can do in this. Okay. Got it? Okay. There is a kind of stopwatch. You know how does a stopwatch looks? That icon is over here. Stopwatch means you can record or you can key this. Now I turn on. 100% is, it is visible. If you reduce, it's not visible. Now let's say I want this to be 100% over here, and I come to the beginning, make it 0%. So now there is a transition, kind of fade out. Okay, got it? Instead of directly jumping onto the image, there's a fade in, fade out. Okay, now at the end, select this, just move this again. 100, you make it 100 only. Automatically it will get keyed. Then press O. It goes to the end frame of this particular layer. Okay, our indicator, it will move to the end frame of the layer. Then you make it 0. Okay, So now here fade in happens. See now, from here, the output becomes like this. There's a fade in. Okay, got it? Now same thing, you come over here, select this T. You need to select this layer.